Good morning, and welcome to Why Now? I have my car on today. I hope the heater's not too much for people who have sensitive hearing, but it's cold because it's snowing. So the Why Now video. Why did I wait to start talking until now? There's different reasons for that, but at the end of this video, I'm going to play the last phone call that I had with Nick, and I warned him that if all of the stuff didn't stop, that I was going to go to the cops. And I'm tired of being silent. For a long time, I thought if I just didn't say anything, he would get bored and leave me alone eventually. And he kept proving over and over again that that wasn't the case. He would turn me into a point of contention in his relationships. And after they would get over their initial threats and, the he's changed speech, it would turn into them telling me the things he's doing and the things that he's been telling them all along. I've tried to go to the undersheriff in Antrim County, and he told me to hang up, call 911, file another information report, and I don't trust the county. I wanted to talk to him directly. I tried to talk to the prosecutor because I know he was trying to have his felony taken off of his record. There's just all of these things that are happening, and I was getting to a point where I was fed up with it. I'm tired of his women coming to me and asking me to help them. And it's not that I don't want to help them, it's that he shouldn't be putting them in a position where they feel like they have to. And I still feel this obligation to do so because I was the longest. I have the most experience with him, and I have this bleeding heart, and I can't help but help them. And it's not just that, it's the calls from children's services, and they were starting to get serious. He was making threats enough that they had to check and make sure my children were safe. He's made his obsession with me this big thing, but he tries to play innocent, and he will immediately try to make it seem like these women are crazy. And in this phone call, you'll hear him do that. So I gave him that warning before he proposed to Amanda. Then he proposed to Amanda, which kind of put a hold on things, because I didn't want to cause these issues in Chris's family because I'm dating her brother. So I held off. I kept silent. I kept documenting. And I waited to see if he was gonna behave himself, and he proved that he couldn't. So I'll get into that after the phone call. I'll play the phone call now. I'm gonna turn the heat off while I play it, just to make sure that you can hear it without the background noise. And you'll notice throughout the phone call, he's gonna try and like play like he's not doing anything wrong. And this was right after Allison had reported him for raping and sodomizing her. So the cops were calling me, CPS was involved, and they had called me previously for a different kid. I don't know if this one was the inappropriate acts with a minor or child abuse or there's been so many different ones. I'll let this, and this is me being fed up, 100% fed up. So let me turn this off, and I'm gonna have it go through my car speakers. I hope that's not too loud. I'll turn it down a little.
Hello?
Nick?
Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
It's your ex-wife.
Oh, what can I help you with?
What the hell's going on, man?
Nothing.
I didn't do anything. I keep getting calls from police department and children's services, and I'm, like, sick of it.
I'm not doing anything.
Well, I'm tired of getting interrogated by people about our marriage and shit, dude.
Well, I'm not even bringing your name up.
Well, they're calling me because of our history.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not dragging your name through the mud.
I'm not saying you're dragging my name through the mud. I'm just asking, what the hell are you doing with your life, man? Typical deflection.
Actually, I'm doing really good with my life, and Allison's freaking nuts. She really needs to get some help. It doesn't change the fact she's a good person.
Backhanded compliment.
But she needs to talk to counseling and get something adjusted.
She's crazy. Well, it's not just her that I've had to deal with. You realize that, right?
I have no idea what you had to deal with because I don't bring you up and I don't bring the girls up.
Yes, you do. That's not what I've been hearing. Apparently, you're making threats against us and having people look out for us. You know we're in Mansalona. You want to know where. Like, I'm over all this shit, dude. Like, I'm so...
I don't care what you're doing. I don't care where you're at. I can't see my daughters. They both hate me.
You're the one that asked for a court order, no contact.
But it's regardless, no, I'm not doing any of it. Like, I asked for a court order, no contact. Why would I be looking for you in Mansalona?
Well, we have proof.
I just don't think it's not even logical.
It is logical because I was your wife for damn near 14 years. We were together, and I know how you get. You're a sore loser.
I'm not that person anymore.
You're vengeful. You have made threats against me in the past. If I got away, you're not that person anymore, but people are calling me demanding to know whether or not I have my children safe and accounted for.
What am I supposed to do about what other people say?
It's the cops and children's services are calling me, man.
What am I supposed to do about what other people say?
Maybe you should shape yourself up. Like, what are you doing? Legitimately, what are you doing?
I'm doing really good with my life, and it's none of your business.
Well, it's affecting mine.
Oh, no.
Continuously. Yes, it is. Every time I think I am done, I put all my court paperwork away.
That shit's cursed.
Every time I think I don't need to have it out again, literally the day after I pack it away,
no lie.
I get another fucking phone call from the cops or children's services wanting copies of shit.
Or he does something else.
It doesn't interfere with my life. I have to take time out of my life to deal with your current bullshit on a regular. And I am sick of you. And I promise you, all the threats that you have made, I got your taxes, motherfucker. I'll get a gun. I wish a motherfucker would at this point. Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you.
You're going to get really bored because I'm not doing nothing.
This is where he tries to...
I know you're full of shit.
It's none of your business.
This is me calling you, telling you I am fed up.
Okay.
Get your shit together. Stop doing shit to make people call me.
What I do is none of your business.
Apparently it is, because everybody thinks they need to drag me into it, and I'm sick of it, dude. I'm tired of Charlevoix Police Department calling me. I'm tired of Charlevoix CPS calling me. And the last one didn't even have anything to do with Andrew. It's a different kid.
You're talking to me.
I can what?
You can adjust the way you are speaking to me.
No. I don't have to do anything.
So we called him back. He was like, are you going to adjust the way you're talking to me? I said, I was being a bitch. I was being petty at that point. I said, I don't know. Are you going to talk to me with some logic and sense? We tried calling him back again, and he didn't answer. It went to voicemail. So instead, I texted him. And I will pull that up because I keep screenshots. Right here. I said, Nicholas Aaron, I have done my best to make sure I do nothing to unnecessarily insert myself into your life in any way. And these are texts. But I am sick of constantly being dragged through your shit, whether you're bringing my name up or not. I'm sick of being harassed because you can't seem to get your shit together. I'm also done with all the threats I've been hearing you've made. You want to snap my neck, slit my throat, torture me, along with Cassie and Josh in standing cages, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on for a while, but I'll stop with those. Either man up and come and fucking get me, or shut the fuck up like the coward you've always been. I ain't your fucking wife anymore, and you ain't my problem anymore, so stop doing shit that interferes with mine. Or causing it to happen that way. I had to go to the next one. I am done with all this bullshit. If I hear one more thing, one more whisper, you keep making threats, you keep forcing me to be dragged through more of your shit because you aren't capable of being a decent person, I'm going to the cops with fucking everything. And I won't stop with Michigan. You'll also catch a case in Texas and at least 2 in Colorado, and I'll show you exactly what it's going to be like to have the tables turned and have me inserted all up in your fucking life, real inconvenient like, just like you're doing to me. I'm not your fucking puppet slave anymore, and I dare you to call my bluff. He said, I'd like to start by saying I'm sorry for all the distress you have from my ex Allison dragging you into problems that aren't yours. He's throwing it on the other woman. I'm unsure how you got my phone number because I had you deleted and blocked from my contacts, as I have no need to talk to you anymore. The Nicholas Aaron that you used to know is not me anymore. I didn't like him, so I changed. That was the drama you've been dragged into. Should never have happened, but your phone number was taken off court papers while I was not at home. I used talk to text, so please excuse the imperfections, please. I'm unsure what he was trying to say at the end, and really at that point I didn't give a fuck because he's never going to take ownership over any of the shit he's done. I said, Nick, it isn't just Allison. It's been every ex of yours. Multiple times I've been contacted by CPS because you're a named perpetrator of committing unlawful acts with minors. Not even sure whose kid that was, because neither Allie or Andrew were involved in that one. And it's more recent than this bullshit with Allison. They called me 2 weeks ago Thursday. What was the date on these? Does it say? It doesn't. I'll have to go back and figure that out. Child abuse and more that I don't even care to remember. I've been contacted by the cops about false reports you made against me. Yeah, I forgot about that. Like me brandishing a machete while driving through Central Lake. Please, I'm not that stupid or crazy, but it got them to search my truck. They didn't find anything, by the way. Heard that pissed you right off. All of the constant stalking. Don't forget how you persistently stalked me to the point of following my school bus from school to my job, sitting there my entire shift, then following me home. And that was just so you could try to convince me to date you. I should have seen that as the red flag it was, instead of being flattered at 16. When we first met, that was like an in the parentheses here. Focus. Anyway, I said when we first met, and don't think your exes haven't given me statements and proof of you consistently, currently, and obsessively continuing to do so. I'm tired of finding shit like GPS trackers in my truck, 2 over the years. They're drilling holes in the tires of my truck. By the way, I found the drill bit you broke off in the passenger rear. Only got 2 before that happened, though. I'm sick of it. Your games are done. I'm not playing them anymore. I'm playing mine. Welcome to the table. Play wisely. He got quippy back with me. Heatherlyn, that is all in the past. Most of that stuff is not even true. And if it is true, where's the evidence? I've been collecting it this whole time. Why have I not been locked away and charged? Because I was trying to get away quietly and not have to do this to you. That's why. Oh. At the current moment in my life, I am finally at peace and away from all the drama. The last is being dealt with, Allison, and once that's over, I'll finally be at peace. You have been deleted and blocked from my life, so you popping up is disrupting my life when you should have gone away. Now he's got to try and twist it. I had no knowledge of anything ever happening or anybody contacting. You're full of shit. Like I said, I can't control what other people say. No, you can't. But that's where you plant seeds in their head and direct them where you want them to go while you're manipulating them like little Muppet puppets, right? So at this moment, you are calling me multiple times and threatening me with taking me to court for reasonings that are unknown to me. I would say that you are harassing me. Please lose my number, because after this text, I'm losing your number again. He's got to point out somebody else is doing wrong to make himself feel better. I said, the only reason you haven't been is because I haven't taken everything I have to the cops yet. Like I said, I've been trying to move on and stop hearing your fucking name, not insert myself into your life. I'm sick of you, all the way around. But you crave attention so bad that you find ways to keep my focus on you. So now you have my attention. And I've been documenting everything. And trust me, with the charges that you're looking at already, I could easily add new ones to the list with everything. There's even been police reports filed all along. Paper trail. I'm not stupid. I learned from you. Chess, not checkers, baby. That's the last real conversation he and I have had. I did confront him one more time while we were at Trout Fest in Kalkaska. But I had given him that warning right before he married Amanda. Did I buy a gun? No. And the biggest reason is I don't want that on my conscience. I don't want this to end the way that I know he's going to try and push it to end. And I don't I don't want my kids to have to deal with that. It would give him an easy out. I don't want him to be beat down in the streets. I don't want him dead. I want him to sit in it. I want him to have to fucking own it. Not just for me. For everyone he's victimized. I'm going to turn my heat back on now. For everyone he's victimized. And I guess that's why I'm telling everybody what's going on, is because I kind of want to give him a taste of his own medicine. The cops don't want to take me seriously, so he can know what it feels like to be looking over his shoulder, to know how it feels to be watched all of the fucking time. Eyeballs everywhere. He can figure out just how difficult life can get when everybody knows who you are and what you're capable of. Because that's what he's done to me and my kids. I was going to let things go when he married Amanda, because I knew it wasn't going to last. They never do. That was when he decided to start showing up at my daughter's job and harassing her, and then ultimately attempting to get her fired from there. Her boss at the time did write a letter stating that Nick was getting to a point where they were going to have to trespass him from the store because he was getting aggressive. And they did tell him that he wasn't allowed to be there. And him continuously coming into the store being aggressive is what they were like, no, if he shows back up in here one more time, we're pressing charges. So that's what kicked all of this off. I tried going to the undersheriff, like I said earlier, and it just, they don't want to take it seriously. So this is why we're here. I want everybody to fucking know who he is. Because I warned him. Stop, stay the fuck away. If I keep hearing shit, if you keep dragging me through shit. And then CPS showed up at my door. And again, they had to physically see my kid to make sure she was good. The same lady needed a police escort to finish talking to him. This is how volatile he is. Scared the shit out of her. That's why now. And I'll tell everybody. And I'll tell you shit I did too. Don't care. Judge me. Don't care. Think what you want of me. I will give you the raw, unfiltered fucking truth. I'm not going to censor my words either. I'm not going to do it. Words like rape and kill and all of these things, they are meant to invoke a reaction in you. Dulling yourself to it because you're too much of a snowflake. Like, I understand things can be triggering. I have experienced triggering moments. But we need to figure out how to deal with them. So, I guess people have asked, how can they help? Like I said, I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for friendship and stuff, like, people scare the shit out of me. People terrify me because I have observed and seen how people will trample over each other just to gain a little piece of something. And it's both disgusting and saddening, and it's entirely too draining on somebody like me that just bleeds for the world, I guess. I can't even stand to watch the news because it's just fear-mongering and hateful, like fuel the fire type shit. And I can't deal with that. Put me on an island somewhere in the middle of fucking nowhere. People are just draining. And it's not that I don't like people. I'm not saying everybody's bad. But even the good people can be draining sometimes. Because you start feeling everybody else's emotions. I'm one of those people, I can walk into a space, and even before I walk in, I can feel the atmosphere before I go in a room. Like the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. They're always on end because I'm always trying to sense things. I guess maybe that's what's helped me navigate through all of this. And there's been a lot of times I've predicted exactly what would happen. And I guess it'll be dumb things too sometimes. You know, I'll say something. At the time I was dating Clayton, I'd say something to him, and I'd like, I bet you this, and this is gonna be what plays out. And he'll be like, no. Or he will interject, and, you know, we'll go back and forth about it. Because he was around, he knows a lot of this. He can vouch for a lot of the things that I've said because he was around for like 5 years. And we'll watch it. It'll be so funny, you know, the things that will trickle back will be exactly what we've sat and discussed will happen because Nick's predictable. And it's his predictability that is driving all of this. If you've watched any of my other videos, you probably know that only one of my daughters is still protected by the no contact order. And she will be 18 in like a year and a half. So he's going to want to do something before we're able to legally go, you know? And that's another reason why I issued the warning I issued. Like, I am giving you your last out before I start blowing you up, before I unleash the claws that I have inside of me, and he knows I have them. Because when it comes to protecting my children, I don't care what it takes. They are my first fucking priority. I will protect them from him. Before I unleash all of your fucking secrets to the world, I'm giving you this last opportunity. And he didn't take it. He wasn't smart enough. And that's why now. he's gonna have a lot harder of a time trying to go about his life now without people looking at him different. And I know it's gonna fuck with his head, just like all of his shit has fucked with mine. Have a spoonful of your own fucking medicine, you piece of shit. I told him it was gonna happen. Go away. You should have listened. You should have treated people better. That's all I want help with. Forcing him into behaving. Since I'm not being taken seriously. Or if something does happen, like, and that doesn't mean I want people reporting to me. I don't really give a fuck what he's doing unless you see some questionable shit. Like if you see him out buying a new fucking axe and he's just walking around with it, like I might want to fucking say something. Because he did leave one of those outside my door one morning right after I reported him to the cops. I don't want to know. I just want him to know what it fucking feels like to feel like people. I want him to know people fucking know. That's what I want. I want him to be forced to stare at his own fucking reflection for a minute. Sit in your bullshit, dude. The mess that you have created around you, fucking sit in it. That's it. A little bit of justice, since I can't go about it the legal way. That's it. And that way he can't do shit before we disappear. Because people know. At the end of this, a lot more of what I'm saying will make sense to a lot more people. There's more yet to come. I'm trying. One day we'll get there.